Hi, everybody. Welcome to my podcast, Word of the Day. And the word of the day is don't assume or think beyond what you can see. Why do I say that? So, I'm going to give you a little story. What happens when you assume, or what happens when you give in to someone else's assumption? I was at McDonald's today and I said, you know what? Let me get a meal. So I said to the lady, I want a quarter pounder with cheese deluxe. I want large fries and a large drink. So the lady said, do you want the meal? And I said, no. I said, I want a large fry, a quarter pounder with cheese deluxe, and a large drink. So she took it upon herself to put it as a meal anyway, which came up to $12 and some change. So I said to her, why did you put the meal? And I wanted to get each item separately. And she said, because it comes out cheaper to get the large quarter pounder with cheese deluxe meal. And I said, no, ring them up separately. I want a quarter pounder with cheese deluxe, I want a large fries, and I want a large drink, not the meal. So she said, oh, okay. She's like, okay, I was just trying to, save you money or whatever. And I pull up to the window one to pay for my item. And on my phone, I had a coupon for the fries to be $1. So I gave her the code for the fries, and instead of my order being $12 and some change, like I think it was like $12.31 or something like that, it came out to $9 and some change, which I saved $3 and some change by doing it separately. So when I got to the other window, the lady wasn't even there. There was someone else making the food, like making my drink, and of course they were making my food in the back. And I was wondering what she was thinking, like how did she feel knowing that, wow, she actually saved $3 and some change? Or she probably didn't care. The bottom line is, I didn't even let my mind even linger on in that aspect, but what it did was brought about the word of the day. Do not assume or think beyond what you can see. See, now this lady could not see that I had a coupon for fries. She seen it as if I was crazy and didn't want to save any money. However, I knew what I was doing. Now I know you guys probably saying, well, why didn't you tell her you had a coupon? You're supposed to tell them you have a coupon. No, you just show your code when you get to the window. Now, if you have a coupon for the meal being a certain thing, you say it. It depends on the restaurant. But at McDonald's, you just show them the code when you get to the window. So, and I've been doing this for a long time, so I know to show them the code when I get to the window. And they take off what they need to take off. However, regardless if I should have told them that I had a coupon or not, it doesn't make a difference. When someone asks you for something, or they mention something, or they say something, don't assume beyond why they said that. Why did they do that? Why didn't they just do it this way? Because we can't see in someone's head. We can't see what they see when they say something. We don't know what they had already had planned out to avoid a situation or to have a situation work for them. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean that what they're doing is wrong, or they're stupid, or they don't, they're crazy, they don't know what they're doing. Just because you can't see what a reason for someone doing what they're doing, or saying what they're saying, doesn't mean that they don't have a reason for it. Maybe it's none of your business and they don't want you to know. And what they said is what it is, and what they did is what they did, and that's it. No explanation needed. But today, they need to know why. Why did you do that way? Why did you say that like that? Why are you dressed like that? Why are you eating like that? They need to know why. No one's satisfied with minding their business. Everyone wants to be satisfied with minding everybody else's business. And it's just not right. And it's just something you shouldn't do. The only business that anybody should be minding is their own. Minding their own business, worried about why they did something, why they thought about something this way, why they acted the way they did, why they dressed the way they dressed, why did they do their hair the way they did their hair. So, and that's what I said. Why are you, don't assume beyond what you could see or think, because you don't know the reasons for what's going on. And if you can't see it and the person didn't tell you, just know that they have their reasons. And that's all that matters, really. So, some food for thought, right? You want to think about that, And also, there's sometimes that people, they don't want to mention things before it's time, They rather accomplish what they need to accomplish or do what they need to do, and then show everybody the goodness of it and the glory of what they were doing, what you couldn't see, what was behind the scenes for the reason why they were doing things that they were doing. Oh, another thing, if someone says, you invite them somewhere and they say they can't go, don't look for another answer and put them in a position to feel uncomfortable, or even put them in a position to lie. And I know you're probably saying, well, if I ask someone a question, that's their choice whether they want to lie or not. But if someone says no, why can't you just be satisfied with no? And that's it. And if they give you a reason, okay, good. And if they don't, they don't. If someone says no to something, don't start assuming or pressure them into, but why? But why? No is no. If they said no, maybe they just don't feel like it. And maybe they don't want to tell you they don't feel like it because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or make you, or have you think some type of way about them, saying, oh, you're supposed to be my friend, or you're supposed to, be my sister or my family, and you can't do this for me, you can't help me out here. If they say no, leave it as no. Don't pressure them into lying to you, or pressure them into giving you an explanation when they shouldn't have to. The same with yes. Just because yes is always good. Everyone loves to hear yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes is always good. However, the same thing. Someone says yes, leave it as that. Say, okay. Don't say, why did you say yes? Just leave it as that. If someone wants to tell you something, you best to believe that they will tell you something. They will tell you and explain to you why they said no, or why they said yes. But if they don't bother. Another thing, thinking beyond what you can see. On a good note of it, of the word of the day, a good side of it is that some people just keep things to themselves, and they're not one to put things out there. Don't assume that they have it all together. Don't assume that they're not going through things, that they don't need things. Some people just don't say anything because they don't want to hear people talk about it. They don't want to hear the drama. So if you have a friend or something and they're not, it looks like they have it together, ask them. Say, is everything okay? And if they say yes, you don't want to push them to say things. Say, okay, well, I'm thinking about you. Well, I'm hoping for the best for you. I believe with you that everything is all right. Encourage them. Encourage your friends, encourage what you don't see. Encourage them, and say, I'm here for you. I'm thinking about you. I know that I invite you to things and you always say no. I just want to, reach out and say hello. And that's it. Just let you know I'm thinking about you. Don't get mad because you can't see why they're saying no. Don't get mad at your friends or your family. Maybe, like I said, they might be just tired, or they might be in a period that they just doing so much and they need to relax. So don't assume beyond what you can see or think for a reason someone is doing what they're doing. Right? And it'll help you to live a healthy mental life. Mental your mentality, your mental status will be at peace, not being in everybody else's business. Think about that. Something to think about. Don't assume beyond what you can see or think. Just trust and know that if it's meant for you to know, you will know it. Don't be like the cat. Curiosity killed the cat. Don't be like the cat. Don't be curious. You might end up finding out something you wasn't supposed to know and could put you in danger. And some people are not ready to hear or know certain things because they run their mouth. Or it could hurt them mentally. It can cause them to think a certain way. Put them in a place that they shouldn't be at. So everybody doesn't need to know everything. Because the information that someone has is you may not be ready for it. And people can see that. They see it in action. When someone tells you something, you go and run and tell somebody else and say, ooh, guess what so told me. After they said, please don't tell anyone, you went and ran and said, you know what, but this is not anyone. This is my best friend, or this is my, my sibling. If someone tells me something and asks me not to tell anyone means not even my child, my children. Anyone. If I'm going to tell someone, I'm going to tell it to God and pray about it. Because after all, I am a born-again believer. I'm a child of God. I am a Christian. Whatever you want to say it, not Pentecostal, Baptist, whatever non-denomination. Bottom line is Jesus is Lord. God is my Father. I'm filled with the Holy Spirit. I am a servant of the Most High God. However, I still know that I live in this world, and I know that things go on, and I know that there's battles that we go through. And just because on my because on my YouTube channel, Word of the Day, I don't mention about God, doesn't mean that I'm not a representation of God. I don't have to say, thus saith the Lord, and throw Bible scriptures at you to show you that I'm a profound child of God. No. I talk to you just like Jesus would have done when he was walking with his disciples, and they asked him, why don't you speak to them the way you speak to me? He said, because you already know. It's given to you to know. I have to speak to them like this to help them understand, because they are not here. They're not alive to my word, to me. So I have to give them this word this way so that it can bring them to me. they couldn't see, the disciples couldn't understand why Jesus was doing it, when he was walking, whether you believe in Jesus, God, or whatever. Bottom line is, they couldn't see the context of what I'm saying. They couldn't see beyond why Jesus was doing it. And they asked, and he gave them the answer. Sometimes people, you're going to ask, and you're not going to get an answer. And just be satisfied with what you have, what you are shown. Be satisfied with not knowing the answer. Be satisfied with it. Because you never know why. And it may not be meant for you. I know I'm babbling on and going on, but sometimes repetition is the best thing. Hearing it over and over again is the best thing. And you could tell a person 1,000,000 times to not do something because it's going to help them, until you are ready, or until they are ready to make that change. Doesn't matter if you tell them until the day you die. They have to be the ones that to take the initiative, to take that step to move forward. No one's can't make anybody do anything. It's up to you to do it. So, thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel, Word of the Day. I always enjoy talking to you guys, just giving you little tidbits of encouragement and reinforcement, and just giving you things that can help you day to day, things that we go through day to day, whether we believe in God or we don't believe in God, whether we're saved, a Christian, or we're not a Christian. These are things that we all go through or encounter day to day, and that's the purpose of this channel. Just to talk about things, just to acknowledge things. And when I get these ideas, or something happens, or I see something that, whether it's personally or something I notice or whatever, or hear, or that word, I'm going to bring it to you because it's fun and I like doing it. So, whether you like the channel or not, I hope that you would not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But if not, just for you hearing the word, hopefully it can help someone, and it can help brighten a day, or help them to wake up from something, come out from something. And that's the whole purpose of it. I know there's lots of channels out there of encouragement, of positive speaking, of motivation, speaking, different things like that, and that's good. We're all working towards the same goal, helping to empower one another, helping to uplift one another. And I get it too. I watch different channels, and sometimes I get a word or something enlightens me, and sometimes I just hear it and I'm like, oh, okay, and it does nothing for me. What's for me is for me, and I'll receive it, and I'll hear it, and when it's time, it'll come to me, and what's not, then I just keep it moving. And that's the purpose. We're all working towards a goal to help one another, help build up one another, help uplift one another, to help one another be able to move forward and to conquer the things that they're going through, the challenges that they're going through. That should be the number one goal of a lot of these YouTube channels of motivational speaking and uplifting, like my channel, Word of the Day. I like that, Word of the Day. So, anyway, I'm babbling again. So, just focus on that word of the day, which is don't assume or think beyond what you can see. Think about that. Don't assume or think about what you cannot see. And it's going to help you and give you peace within your mind. And it doesn't mean that you don't care. It just means that if it's meant for you to know, you're going to know it. And sometimes it might come to you even if it's not meant for you to know. But don't move beyond what is in front of you, what is given to you. Okay? So, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I would appreciate it. I don't know. It makes me happy, or excited to say, oh, I got another like. Oh, someone subscribes. It's like, yay. So, Anyway, enjoy your day. Bye, everyone.